And I will tell you that I never found true freedom until I decided to embrace the season of life I was in. The world must leave you behind. Your story will be incomplete and will be questionable if no one has ever let you down before. I can assure you, your story is incomplete and will be questionable if no one has ever let you down before. Did the world leave you behind? I'll ask you, have you felt pain? Pain from a loved one passing away? Pain from a loved one leaving you for another? Pain from losing ties, cutting ties with a close relation, close association? Today, I'm here to reveal those wounds and scars and to tell you that that pain was necessary for you. Yes, I'm here to tell you today that it is necessary and it was necessary for the world to leave you behind. You must be left behind. You have to be left behind. You have to be left behind. Why have you been through so much? The very essence of questioning your reality. I'll make this a little more personal on my end. I remember there was a time when I was in boarding school and I had to leave for a year. And when I came back, all the boys that I had started with had left. And so they were doing now at senior status, and I was told I had to do the year that I missed. But I still kept holding on to it. I still kept holding on to the idea that I was a senior, even though I wasn't. And I didn't want to de-rank myself and wear the uniform that was prescribed for me on my level because I thought that if these were the people I started with, then I should be treated as such and I should act like one. And that led me into so much trouble several times. And the problem was not just because I thought I was a senior, but because I was holding on to things that no longer served me, holding on to things that did not exist anymore. Those memories were dead. Those associations were gone. Those friendships had been lost. And I was still holding on to it. And I will tell you that I never found true freedom until I decided to embrace the season of life I was in. The world must leave you behind. Your story will be incomplete and will be questionable if no one has ever let you down before. I can assure you, your story is incomplete and will be questionable if no one has ever let you down before. There's the kind of pain you feel when every day is a repeat of the miserable cycle of life you're living. Today, I'll ask you another question. Who or what are you holding on to? Are you searching for closure? Because closure is probably not coming. What relationship and what connection have you held on to so much to the point that it is stopping you from seeing the light and having hope of a much better future? And if the world never left you behind, how would you have the strength to face and overcome adversity? And how would you persevere in dark days? How would you become an optimist in a failing world? And how would you know? And how would you be so sure and so certain that there is light at the end of the tunnel if you're still holding on to the world that has decided to leave you behind? You have to be left behind. The world must leave you behind. It is important and necessary for your story. The world must know how much pain you endured and what that pain has helped you to accomplish what that pain has helped you become. The world needs to know how you nearly lost your mind, because that story is not just for you. That journey is not just for you. That journey is also for the world and for the people that left you behind and for the people that don't know you that need to be inspired by your story. I know a pastor who got a little bit political and spoke against the ruling party and president. And this was a while back. And for 2 years, his life was under serious surveillance. Every drive was followed. Every conversation he had with someone was followed shortly after by federal agents who wanted to know what was being discussed and what was the relationship or connection they had with this so-called pastor. And people that were aware of the situation knew and figured that the pastor was a dead man. He was finished. Long story short, he survived all of that. But to think that someone could go through something like that in such a short period of time, or in such a long period of time, 2 years is a long time, and to still come out and be who he is an inspiring story to all of us. That the world will leave you behind, that friends and family will leave you behind at some point. Let me take this over to the faith section. I understand, I know everyone in here may believe in Jesus Christ, but one thing I'll definitely say is whether you believe in him or not, we are all going to live the same life that he did. We are going to be betrayed. We're going to be cheated on. We're going to be lied to. People will doubt you. People will test you. And at some point, you will have to forego the wishes of your parents and pursue a higher calling, even if the odds are stacked against you. And if you decide not to, life will definitely force you to. I can assure you of that. And so while you do this, you will be left behind. You will be cheated on. You will be heartbroken. You will be depressed and all alone, even in the midst of a crowd. And you have to let yourself feel that pain of being left behind. That story is for you. We know that snakes shed off their old skin for a new. Yes. And we know that the sun, moon, and stars take turn in lighting up our world. So why are you fighting the irreversible? 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 Why? Because you don't want to feel pain? Because you don't want to feel like you don't know what's next? Every chapter of your life must end for a new to begin. And whether that new chapter of your life is a great one or not depends on what you decide to do, depends on what you choose to do in that chapter of your life. The magnitude of your reward, of your profit, will be determined by the weight of sacrifice required. The weight of sacrifice required. I will tell you what, there will be a calm after the storm. Yes, there will be a calm after the storm. Yes, listen. But there will also be a storm after a period of calmness. Yes, there will also be a storm after a period of calm in your life. These things are for sure, these things are certain. But like a soldier, like a soldier who is loyal to country, loyal to commander, loyal to their comrade, in the midst of defeat, in the midst of victory, we never leave a bleeding soldier behind. We pick them up and we get them to safety. Of course, if they're dead, yeah. But I say this to me, and as I close, I say this: the world must leave us behind at some point. It is necessary for you, whether you come from a rich family, a poor family, a middle class, whatever it is. You have to be left behind in some area of your life. You need that. And so, wherever you find yourself today, I urge you, get up, stop searching for closure, because closure is probably not coming, and pick up your cross and fight until that victory crescendos.